Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you today?
I'm good.
So let me say my apologies for, I hate being even a minute or two late. Because it's like, I know that people's time is valuable, and I never want to take anybody's time for granted. So again, I apologize. I was like, I left at 3:30, but that's Atlanta traffic for you, so I can't feel away.
Yeah, I know Atlanta got some traffic, so that's why I said take your time, man. But it's all good.
Yeah. So I see you driving.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet. But people have been asking me when I was gonna get you on my show. So I said I know I normally don't do it on a Saturday, but I wanted to make sure that I sat down with you because apparently people are interested in. I call you the dunk guy.
It's so funny that I set my alarm because I took a nap. I set my alarm for like 4:42 to get up and as soon as I check my phone, two different people sent me pics of cars to come look at. So I'm on my way to go look at a car, hopefully to buy. So that's what I'm doing right now. So you're live.
Well, that's a great segue into my questions. How about that? So, how did you become the dunk guy? Like, how did this happen? What happened?
It came like 6, 7 years ago. Shout out to Caprice King in Canada. He sold me my first. He sold me my second dunk. My first dunk I got robbed for. So the dude sold me.
Oh man!
I always wanted a dunk. I was so excited that I was gonna get one. So the dude, what he told me is, he told me, look, if you buy the dunk from me, I'll paint it as well, and I'll charge you $2,500. So
wow,
I was like, okay, bet. I gave him the $2,500. He also just for the car, and then he was gonna paint it. So I let him keep the car because he was gonna paint it. Not knowing when I came back to his crib, he moved and took the car. So he got my car, $2,500, everything, and I got juked on my first deal. But I must say that I ran into him like a couple months back at one of Juice Head's car show and got my money back.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so my second dunk, how I got started, that I finally got to own from Caprice King in Canada. He sold me my first car, and when I received the car, I was driving down North Miami on 125th, 135th, and somebody bought me out that car.
Wow!
So I made like $2,000. Then I bought my second car from him, and BSO officer pulled me over in the car, and he bought me out that car. So it started. He pulled me over, not to give me a ticket. He pulled me over to buy the car. So it all started from there. So then, after like 2 or 3 hard tops, I finally got enough money to get a vert. And I always used to say to myself, I'll never get a vert. I'll never have enough money to get a vert because, they were like $10,000 back then, $8,000, $12,000. And I said I'll never be able to afford one. I don't know why I said that because that's not the thing to say. You gotta say,
right.
You'll get it.
You gotta speak it into existence.
Yeah, you'll get a house. You'll get a vert. Yeah, so I eventually got a vert, and somebody took me out that vert, and it just kept going like that. So I could really say to this one celebrity, I seen it in probably one of his videos. This one celebrity dude that hang with Diddy, a rapper. He bought a vert from me back then, and it kind of really, really started from right there with him. So, yeah, like the money that I made off of that was, a chain reaction to all the rest of the cars and me finding them and stuff like that and selling them. I was like, oh, I can do this full time.
So what year was it that you first did the first deal with the first dump?
In 2001. I think 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it hadn't been really that long.
No, it wasn't that long. You know, and 2016 is you know, when I was looking for one. You know, but I was trying to buy one for myself. I wasn't trying to sell one. But the funny thing about this, the whole thing when it did start, is that my partner, I have a partner.
Mm-hmm.
I went to go buy his first. My boy told me about his hardtop, 71 hardtop, done up. I went to go look at it, and he said, listen, he want like 10 grand. I had 9 grand. And I went to the shop, and I tried to get the car.
Right.
And he was like, man, you need $1,000 more. And he said, he said this to me. If you got 9 grand, you have 10 grand. So I said, damn. But I really didn't have 10 grand. I only had 9 grand. And he didn't sell me the car. And then his wife came out and was like, look, the car ain't even 10 grand no more. The car is 12 grand right now. So she went up on the price while I was there. Yeah, so you know, I never got it, but then after that, like, I kept coming to the shop, and he started schooling me on, like, you know, listen, you can make some money. He kind of like molded me into doing what I'm doing now. Like, he was like, you don't have to take all your money and just buy into a car. Like, you know, do your own bit, do something for yourself, and eventually you'll have enough money to buy your own car, and whatever they charge, you'll get it, whatever. Just be patient. So yeah, that's also how that started too, money-wise, on the money part. So he never sold me the car, so I just took my money and found cars, went hunting, finding cars other places. Who would ever think that I can get a dunk out of Canada? You know?
So how do you go about, tell the people how you go about car hunting.
Listen. I really just, people be like, listen, you don't sleep because I'm always posting pressure. But I'm posting pressure every chance I can. My phone's like, if I was to lose this phone, man, it's, boy, look at here.
I think you must be in a bad area because you're starting to break up.
I'm starting to break up. Tell me, it's getting back good now?
Yes.
Okay. I just take every chance that I get that I can be on this phone,
right,
to go searching online,
right,
and most times people hit me up and tell me they got stuff for sale.
Okay.
So if it's good, if it's something good that catches my eye, I'll buy it. If not, then I tell them, look, it needs a lot of work. You got to sell that on your own. But that's how I go. Every morning, night, before I go to bed, when I wake up, that's what I do. Online, newspaper, whatever. And sometimes there'd be a lot of friends that I remember one incident. This guy that pick up garbage. He had a route and he followed me and he was like, "Hey, I think I do a route in Miami Lakes. That's down here. And I think the cars that you be selling is one on my route that's outside the house that is just sitting there." And I was like, he's in my DM, so I'm like, okay. I was like, so send me the info. He was like, I'll send you the info. And I said, I'll look out for you if it's what I got, if it's something that I like. And When I went to go look at it, it was a 7-1 vert, and that's gold.
Right.
That's gold. So it belonged to a dude that was doing 25 years, and it was at his mama house, and I offered the mama some money. When you talk to your son, tell her, look, the money right here, and she needed bread, but I didn't try them enough, but I gave him a good amount, and it was gold. So that deal went through, and I asked the garbage man, I said, hey, look, man, I got a little envelope for you. He was like, nah, man, I did that out of love. So, that's how I be getting locked up sometimes.
That's dope.
Most of the time.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's real dope. It's real dope. It's real dope. So,
that people always ask me why I drive so many places I go, because that's the reason. I look in people, I can see in people's backyards, I can look and see stuff, and I just be like, okay, sometimes, I know I can't knock on these people's door, because where's that? I'm not knocking on this door. But sometimes you can leave a letter and a note in the mailbox.
I had one of those where the dunk that I sold to football player, the 75, the burnt orange 75 with the gold D's. Mm-hmm. That car, it was.
I can't hear you. Now I can hear you. I couldn't hear you at first. Now you came back in.
Yeah, somebody was calling. It had like 26,000 original miles on the car.
What?
Yeah. It was a real original car. When the neighbor, the person that I knew, mm-hmm. they had a couple houses down.
Right.
So they told me about it. We drove up there, North Florida, and when I went, the lady was like, "Oh, there's nothing for sale over here." I said, okay, damn, I must have the wrong house.
Right.
But I didn't, because he told me the address, he told me the color of the house, he told me what the lady looked like. And I was like, I'm sorry to bother you, but somebody told me that you have a 75 Vert for sale. She was like, no, it's not for sale. I do have one, but it's not for sale.
Oh, she didn't want to sell it to you.
She didn't want to sell it to me. So she said, yeah, it's not for sale. And don't come back on my steps. So I said, okay. All right, no problem. And I told her, and they was like, yeah, I think she is, but I never knew for sure. I said, man, she told me don't come back on the steps. And I said to myself, damn, I don't want to buy it, because the history on the car, her husband bought it in 75 and he died in 77. That's why I got all the low miles, and she kept the car in the garage, and her daughter is making her sell it so she can have space. She's like, you got to let it go. So we drove all the way back home, and I had to call one of my homeboys. Shouts out to Danny, one of my white homeboys.
Right. That's what I was just thinking.
And pay him. So he went up there, and it wasn't that difficult. He got a tattoo sleeve on his arm. So, she kind of was like, are you in a gang and this and that? He was like, no, I'm not in a gang. So what's that on your arm? She was like old school racist, but he got the car though. He got the car, and that was that. So I had one of them incidents, and I was like, man, I can't go places myself and think that I'm welcome. Because I remember taking a trip by myself. I went and rented a pickup truck and took a trip to, I think it was Kentucky. It was Kentucky. So listen, when I had to go, I remember one part I had to go up this mountain that it was high. It was like, even the air, you start breathing different. The mountain was so high, and it was the stores, like every now and then there'll be like a little gas station. The gas station was like built in 1949. They had that same look. I needed gas, and I was scared as shit. I was by myself. The phone wasn't working too good. Man, listen, man. I said to when I stopped, they didn't have no pump where I can use a credit card at the pump. I had to go in. Yeah. So when I went inside, you know, white dude, skinny white dude with suspenders, holding his pants up like a farmer. And he was like, you know, and guess what? He wasn't even like what I thought. He was nice. He would ask a little bit of too much questions, but he was nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, where I'm going, what I'm doing, so whatever.
What you doing around here?
If anybody say, you know, what was the most scariest thing was that trip. Because when I went and got to my destination and I bought the cars, I was hungry. And I asked the guy, where can I go eat? And he told me, he said, you can go eat anywhere besides this place that's on the corner of the highway. How about my dumb ass was so excited that I bought 2 cars from him, I ended up going to eat at the very place he told me not to go eat at. And when I tell you, I ain't got a racist bone in my body at all. When I tell you I walked in there, I was the only, when I say the only black person in a whole entire, it's like you walking into not even Waffle House because it was bigger, like you walking into a Denny's or IHOP. I was the only black person, not even the cooks. And I said, damn, is this the place he told me not? And I text him. I said, hey man, I'm in the spot. They got a bunch of police in here. They got a bunch of everything in here but my color. He said, man, don't tell me, man. You inside gray? I said, yeah, inside gray with blue seats. He said, man, I told you don't go into that shit. I'm in a racist restaurant. Yeah, so excited. I'm so excited because I got 2 cars. I'm not checking my surroundings. I'm just happy. I'm gonna go home. Boom! When I finally like started looking around, Confederate flag hanged up on this wall. You just see pictures of all these dudes with the mustache that curve like this. That curve, man. Listen, I got nothing to no Disney World haunted house, no nothing. That shit right there scared the shit out of me.
You was like a fly in a snowstorm.
Yeah, I never tried. And listen, when I was leaving, jumping in the truck, the police officers came outside, and they were like, I can hear them. You know, I heard one of them say he got a Florida tag too. Yeah, like, you know, they were, man. And I stayed on the phone with him. I said, hey, listen, I'm just gonna go back to the hotel. He was like, man, if they not jumping in the car, just hit the road and just go. Cause then, like, you know, they do they rounds and they see they looking at your car, they gonna fuck with you. They'll stay in the parking lot till you leave. And I jumped on the road and I dipped. I didn't even eat. The hunger went away.
It was replaced by fear.
I ordered a sweet tea, and when he told me I'm in the wrong spot, I just paid for. I left for $5. I know the tea ain't gonna cost no more than that. I didn't even ask, bring me my check. I left $5 and I left. So, you know, I was like, nah, I never. That was my scariest encounter with anything. That was a scary moment for me. So I would never travel by myself. I went by myself.
And them mountains in Kentucky, you was probably going around them mountains.
Yeah, I was going around. Yeah. Yes.
Listen.
I was going, and it's a one road and then a one road going down, and
right.
The semi trucks were having problems going down because they didn't want to tilt. I said, this shit. I said, I gotta pass this mountain. He said, listen, once you pass the mountain, you're only 30 minutes away from me. But if you want to go around the mountain, that's another 2 hours. I swallowed my fear and went up the mountain, back down the mountain on the other side to get to him. And, you know, I was like, hey, so, you know, where's there to go? He told me you're a little bit off, like 45 minutes to go have fun, strip club, whatever. He was like, you ain't doing nothing around here. So I just did the deal, and I said, fuck it, I'm going to go back on the road. Y'all drove by myself.
You got 2 dunks from him?
I got 2 dunks from him. And let me tell you, when I got sleepy before I got into Kentucky, I pulled over at a Cracker Barrel because that's one of my favorite spots. And I went to sleep in the parking lot.
Wow.
Because I had nobody to share that drive with me. I did that by myself. So
yeah.
I'll never do it again, though.
Those solo road trips be the worst. Like, they be the worst.
Yeah. I won't do it again because, mind you, if I was to get stopped and I had that money on me, they probably would have took it. They would have took it. And
worse, nobody would have been there to tell the story.
Hey, that part. So I won't do that again. You know, I won't do no trip like that. But that's how hungry I was, though.
Right.
Yeah, I was hungry.
So since 2016, so it's been 5 years. How many dunks would you say you have bought and sold?
Me and my partner did a count the other day. It's over 100.
Really?
Yeah, and I never knew that I even sold. Yeah, it's over 100. It was at one point because he said to me, he says, you don't remember. It was and I have a picture. Probably after the live, I'm going to post a picture. Yeah, at one point at the same time, I had 20 dunks.
Wow. And
I posted a picture of all of them in the parking lot. He was like, look, them 20 dunks went in 2 months. We reloaded after that.
Wow.
And that was only like 2 months of having it. Like, we didn't hold on to the cars all year. So if that little segment was 20 and I can remember the first 3 to get my first vert, that's 24. You know, I sold 6 this year. That's 30. So between the years, yeah, he said, yo, you over 100.
So
some I had to do silent sales, like some I had to do, you know, certain celebrities don't want to be tagged or this and that. I had to do silent sales on them and I couldn't post it. They didn't even want me to post the card, like, you know, and I did that. So, yeah.
Yeah, because you got to get your money.
Yeah, I got to get my money. So, you know, it's a couple of them that didn't hit the gram that's out there. Because they didn't want, you know, nobody to know that they bought it for whatever reasons or whatever. I never asked them questions. So, yeah, like over 100.
So you averaging about 20 per year. That's if over 5 years you've done 100, you're averaging 20 per year.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah.
Yeah, give or take. So
that's a lot.
It is a lot. And I thank the Lord every day for that opportunity, you know, a lot of times. You know, when I finally took this serious, you know, only a couple of people know this. When I was working at Amazon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was full-time at Amazon slaving. Like a runaway slave, and I can say it because I'll never go back.
Right.
Amazon treat their employees terrible, like, you know, real terrible. And I salute anybody that works over there because I know it's hard working in the wild. Because I did it. 12-hour shift, you know, 2 little 30-minute breaks, 1:15, and then you got to walk a half a mile to the break room. So I'm at work. This one dude hit my phone and didn't give me no, he hit my phone and he said, hey, I just touched down in your city. I'm here for a day. So I said, okay. He was like, hey, I want to see one of your verses. He's like, man, I said I'm at work. He's like, man, look, I want to buy one of your verses. I came out here to buy a verse. I ain't want to call you and tell you, hey, man, I'm coming into town tomorrow. You feel like I'm capping. I wanted to call you when I land. I'm here. So I said, man, I just came to work. I had no more time. Like, no more time to use my time to get off. He's like, man, I'm only here for a day, man. What's up? You want this bag or what? So he putting the pressure on me.
Right.
So I say, fuck. So I said to myself, this is when I took it serious. I can either give this man that owned Amazon this 12 hours a day, 3 days out the week of my life. And when I work the 12 hours at Amazon, I go sleep the other 10 to be back good to go back to his place. Or I could quit and do what I do full time and take a leap out in faith. You know, it took me like a little hour to make that decision. So I went to my supervisor and I said, hey man, it was nice meeting you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate, because he moved me up too. I ain't gonna lie. He moved me up in a short period of time. Other people, but I said, this ain't for me. And I heard the three people that I was cool with, hugged them goodbye. And I told him, man, I appreciate the opportunity. He couldn't believe it. I said, man, listen, I gotta take a leap out in faith right now. I got something going on. And I gotta take it serious, man. If I don't take it serious, then I ain't gonna never go nowhere. He was like, you sure? I said, man, I'm positive, man. Like he wasn't trying to talk me out of it. He just ain't want me to make a move, and I had no income coming in. Right. So I said, hey, this guy that I'm working for right now took a leap out in faith, and look where he's at. Amazon is all over the place. He's one of the richest. I can't, I gotta do it too. And let me tell you, walking out that building, knowing I ain't coming back, because I'm walking out of work now. It's not like I put in 2 weeks and say, hey, I'm leaving. I'm walking out. Right. When I walked out, I took a picture with me in front of the Amazon sign and said, hey, that's it. But it worked out. I was scared and I was worried, but it worked out. He ended up buying a car from me that night when I walked out. It was 6. I walked out at 7:45, 7:50. I started work at 6:45. He bought the car that night, and then a week later, his homeboy bought another car. So I was straight.
You know why that story makes me so happy? Because we don't know each other personally, but I quit my job in May. My career of 16 years.
I didn't give him that much, but yeah.
I was like, I gotta take a leap of faith. I feel like we have faith in the people we work for, everyone around us. We have faith in everybody but ourselves. And I do so much in the car culture, and the universe was just telling me, KP, do your own thing. Do your own thing. So in May, I left.
That's good, man. Like, and I tell people that are interested in hearing that so they can do the same thing. Like, trust me, everything was moving slow motion when I was walking to my car. Right. And then I said, okay, I was only gone 5 minutes. Should I run back in?
You can go back.
And go back. Hey, listen, everything was slow motion. But when I got to the warehouse and I met up with the guy, he was like, man, man, what took you so long, man? I never met a nigga that was procrastinating on making a bag. So I said, I didn't know, like, it was getting, he said, man, listen, I told myself when I get my money up, the person my first purchase is I'm buying a car from you. I ain't buying a car from nobody else. I'm buying a car from you. So he kind of, you know, boost my spirit. I'm like, all right, cool. He didn't know what I just did. Right. I ain't tell him. I ain't tell him, you know. So I was like, all right, cool. So he bought a car. He was happy, you know. And he said, hey, man, I'm sending my homeboy, man, to come get one from you. His homeboy came down, bought one too. And now, you know, they showed me what the cars look like. Man, Classic gonna be something serious this year. That's all I gotta say. Classic gonna be something serious this year. So,
and guess what that says to you? It says to you, what's for you is for you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, they said, man, Ty, you in your lane, just stay in your lane, man. Like, you got it, man. You got it. So, you know, I thank him every day. Every day I open my eyes, I thank him. Every time I find a car, I thank him. Every time I sell a car, I thank him.
And you never know who's watching you. Yeah, that's what I tell people all the time. You never know who. You just got to continue to carry yourself in the way you carry yourself. Don't be trying to be nobody else. Don't be trying to act like nobody else. It's people that's gonna that's gonna F with you for who you are.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah. Even you probably know him, Sav in Atlanta. He in Atlanta.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sav, his 7-1 Vert he bought from me.
Wow.
And then after the 7-1 Vert, he wanted me to find him an Impala SS, and I found him one at a great deal. He still called me to this day, like we spoke there, and hey man, big up on that find, man. Like everybody love my car. I love my car, man. I'm like, hey man, you know, I kind of gave it to you at a real jug, like I wasn't thinking, but yeah, he loved it. So, you know, even Sav, and I hooked his homeboy up too, you know, and I sold to like 2 of his bike buddies Verts. Yeah, see, that's 4 cars right there. Right. Not just him, you know. Right. So, like, man, I'm glad that I had the courage to walk out. But guess what? If it wasn't for the dude pressing me, I'd probably still be there right now.
They want to know how can they reach
him too. You know what I'm saying? He told me, man, listen, you got to come get this bag or what, man? I'm here. I'm in your city. I took a plane, flew to you, and you talking about you at work? Yeah, so, yeah, that was that, you know? And look, and see, that's 4 cars that I mentioned by Sav, 2 of his homeboys, the SS and the 71, and then 2 cars from that dude. So look, you know, as we going along, that's like 35 right there. Right. You know, like, and I forgot about, you know, when I remember this stuff, I forgot about that. And even at the place where I'm at right now, to buy a car, he bought a car from me. So yeah, and I'm just, you know, I'm blessed. I'm still here in the game, doing what I got to do. So. Yeah, I'm very thankful.
They want to know how can they reach you.
Because I have a car collection myself. Uh-huh. That every car that I want, I'm into the new cars, but I ain't into the new cars. I must have been an old soul, because I got a car collection that every old school car that I like, I own.
Wow. Right, now, that's a blessing.
So, yeah, it is a blessing. It is, you know, and who would have ever known? I would have never known. I never seen that coming. Like, and I'm shit. I'm very happy about that. So yeah, I work hard for it though. It wasn't no, you know, because believe it or not, not even my family. Not even in my close love, they didn't believe in me. They were against me buying these cars. They were like, oh, they're gangster cars. though they rob banks in them cars. So I'm like, man, niggas robbing bank in a dunk?
Back in the day.
It's only got a 350 motor. You know, so they didn't like it. And then when I had nowhere to park it before I had got the warehouse, I had nowhere to park, and I was asking, can I park the car here? Park the car. They man, it was, that shit still hurt me till today. And now they all aboard. Like, they sent me pictures. Hey, I know where one at. Blah, 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 this, that. And I'm like, man, you wasn't even there in the beginning when I really needed that help, that support. You know, when I really needed it, it wasn't there. God forbid if I would have told him that I walked out on the job. And
well, people don't believe until it's the popular thing to do. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that. And it's only, I think it was only my partner knew that I walked out on the job then. Nobody in the family. I don't even think I told my brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to hear nobody mouth. But, my boy kept me going. Like, he was like, yo, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. He always tell me, quit that shit, man. You better than that shit. And I'm like, bro, this is how I'm getting my money. Like, man, fuck Amazon. He always say that. Like, sometimes I didn't even want to go around him because I know he gonna talk shit. He used to always say, you better than that. You better, I can find shit for you, man. And I was like, damn, why you so like, at least, I got a job. You feel me? Right. Like, I'm working, but he didn't want me working there. Like, he was like, yo, you could do better. You just gotta sit down and think about what you want to do. And then focus on it and then do it. You know what I'm saying? So finally, I just did it. He also played a part in it too. But family, I love my family, but man, look, this whole dunk thing, they wasn't on it, man. I don't know about, people know they island parents, man. When it's like something like that, they just old fashioned. Just go to work, do 9 to 5, come home, take care of your family, kids, boom, boom, go back to work. It's nothing wrong with that. I did it almost all my life since I was the age of 17. So if
you wasn't there that long, imagine my grandmother's 96 now. So imagine me saying I'm gonna leave my career of 16 years working for her.
I know they gonna cut up on you.
She was like,
they gonna think you bumped your head, yeah. But I'm just letting you know that they wasn't for this for me. So I couldn't even tell them. Like, and that was kind of messed up for me that I couldn't even go to my own family and be like, look, I made a decision to practice on my business more, and I had to quit the job. Like, I couldn't even go to, you need somebody to talk to or whatever. Right. I told my boy, he was like, about fucking time. God damn, I've been telling. Like, he was like, it's about time, man. I'm about to take you up. We about to go to the club and celebrate. But quitting the job, damn. Like, he was just like, man, it's about time. So, you know what? When I did it, look, more blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. And, what's crazy? Like, I didn't think about it then. But if I would have, I don't know. When I walked out and say he didn't buy the car, ooh, boy, would have been devastated. I would have been devastated.
But that was your crossroads, though. Everybody got a crossroad in life.
Yeah. And then, and that it was, and he showed me, like, look, you walked out on your job. Right? To let me just say this. he showed me because the dude picked an expensive car.
Right.
So this was when I walked out. It was this was April or May. April or May. And he walked out. When I walked out, the money I made from that one deal was what I would have made from Amazon for the rest of the year and that one thing. So he showed me, like, listen, I'm showing you. I'm giving you the tools. I'm showing you believe in me. Like, believe in yourself.
Right.
So, that from then I said, I can do this. I can do this.
So the viewers want to know, how do they contact you? Do you have a website? Can they call you? Do they need to DM you? How do they get in contact?
I mean, they just hit me up on IG, on Snap. I got a website that somebody's building for me now because I need one because the amount of cars I got. And, a lot of people, some people don't have Instagram, so I got a website that I'm being built. It should be done by the end of this month. So I make sure that get out there. But they want to contact me now. It's my IG,
right?
Ty Diesel _, on my Snapchat. And they can reach me or get my number. I think my number's on my page too. So
okay. So I also see you doing a raffle right now. What you raffling?
Yeah, I'm raffling. Well, last year, I raffled. I raffled more than one car. I raffled a 75 Vert.
What?
4-door box Chevy and $500. So I said I was going to do it every year. So this year, I'm raffling a 72 Vert, a 2-door box Chevy, and $500. $100.
So all of this is grouped into one raffle?
One raffle.
What?
I picked the third runner up. He'll get $500. Second runner up will get the 2-door box Chevy. First runner up will get the 72 Vert. $100 a ticket. Can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? So those who, don't.
Your sound went out.
You hear me now? Those who don't have enough to get a Vert or a box or whatever, $100 will get you in the car. And the box Chevy the $500 last year went to somebody here. The box Chevy went to somebody in Georgia. And he DM'd me and said, "Hey man, I'm winning the Vert this time." I said, "Keep that good faith." And the 75 Vert went to somebody in Chicago. And his story, when he told me his story, I really, it moved me. He won the Vert last year in December. He was getting married in February. So he was sick, and it was an old school wedding. All his friends had old school cars. He the only one that didn't have one. So him and his friends were saving money for him to buy an old school car, so they can do a drive, and her in the top back, and him and her sitting in the back seat or whatever. And he entered the raffle and he won.
That's dope.
That's real dope. When he told me, and I said to him, "Hey, look, when you get married, man, send me the pics." He sent me the pics, and getting married and with the dunk and all. And he was like, and the rest of the friends had their old school cars behind. I was like, damn, like it was a dope story. And he won the car, and I was like, damn, that's dope. And he was very happy. Man, I think he texted me for like 2 weeks straight. Like, thank you. I'm like, I can't remember if I picked the ticket or Blue Magic picked the ticket. But you know, I say, hey, man, I guess it was meant to be, bro. Don't, you know, that's you.
Definitely in a world full of scamming raffles now, you know. So
Yeah,
I really don't vouch for a whole lot of people when it comes to their raffles. There are a few. You mentioned Cat. I always can vouch for his raffle. I never, you know what I mean. It's a few guys that do raffles that I know I can vouch for. You know what I mean?
Cat did that raffle with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did that with me. That was Cat and it was Blue Magic and Dunk Planet. They helped me out on it, and you know, I'm showing that I'm doing the same thing with them. He's doing something right now, and then when he frees up from that, he's jumping aboard and Dunk Planet. I'm using the same two guys, you know. So it's no. I plan to do that. You know, as long as I'm breathing, I'm planning to do that every end of the year. Bless somebody on Christmas Day.
Right.
Do it on Christmas Day.
Well, I'm gonna have to get a raffle ticket because maybe you could bless me.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So they joined the raffle, $100 a ticket. It's I just started yesterday. It's 450 tickets. I got like 401 today remaining. And you win a vert, or you win a box Chevy, or you win $500. So it's you know, most people do, you know, one car. I'm doing two cars and some money.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so you know, I'm blessed to do it, so I'm gonna do it.
So last year I was vouching for your raffle, and I didn't even know I was vouching for your raffle. So technically, like, I'm an alum at vouching for you at this point.
Hey, I appreciate that. So, that.
If you could give your young self one bit of advice, what would that advice be?
Always stay humble. Always stay humble, man. I see a lot of people, they make moves and they come up and then they just forget, you know, their friends, or they just start acting, moving funny. I just stay humble, but I'm the same time. I still got the same friends, and you know, that's all I can say, man. Just stay humble, be yourself, man. That's it. I ain't changing nobody. No money, or look, just as quick as you get this money, God can take it away just as fast as you receive it. I just stay humble. Like, I don't think I'm better than anybody, and you know, I don't. You know, some people go on lives and they talk about people and they do. I don't do none of that, man. I ain't never joined somebody. And if I'm on a live with somebody talking about, I just exit my way out. Like, you're not gonna gain nothing by it. You feel me? And nothing at all. And then when you bringing out somebody, especially that's, you know, your own, you know, culture, you bringing everything down. Like, you know, I just think some things don't even have to be on IG. Like, it can just be a phone call. Like, hey, and they probably could work out for the better instead of letting like 5,000-10,000 people know your business or your dirt or whatever. Like, I just stay humble, man. That's it. Like, I ain't better than nobody. Look, another person, and you know what's funny? Somebody hit me up. He was like, "Hey, man, I want." He from Texas. He from Texas, and he hit me up, and he was like, "Hey, man, I want to do what you do, man," and blah blah blah, like how I get started. So in my first reaction, I was like, "Man, this nigga crazy." Like, I ain't gonna, you know. And then I thought about it. I said, "Hey, man, what's up? What, you got stuff for sale?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I got this." And guess what? I bought 3 cars from him.
Oh, wow.
I bought 3 cars. I'm going to support you, man. He say, "Damn, bro, I want to know." I bought his first 3 cars that he found and got, and he wanted. I said, man, keep doing your thing, man. You can always hit me. And he doing good. I follow him, and he doing good. He got cars, and he's selling parts and this and that, and you gotta support each other, man, and keep it in the circle. That people be failing to realize that, man. Like support, man, and we got a relationship now, like where if he think he has found something that I like, he'll hit me up. And when he first hit me up, I wasn't even gonna do that, but I was saying to myself, why?
Right.
Why?
There's enough money out here for everybody.
Exactly. And people gotta know that there's enough money out here for everybody. And
why do you think we hate on each other so bad?
I always used to like say that to myself. I really don't know. I think, and that's not me. Like, I think black people have a hard time seeing another black person, especially that they know, doing good. I don't know what it is, because I got a couple friends. They good. I'm not where they at.
Right.
But I can get to where they at if I just keep on focusing on myself.
Right.
Some people look at it as like, damn, man, he got this Vans, or he got this, like, okay, for example, like Novel. Shouts out to Novel. Now, he Novel got his vert like 280, 250. Some people, you're in a crowd and he come through, and some people be like, damn, boy, that shit hard, damn, that shit. And then some people like, damn, that nigga think his shit all that. So I'm in my head, yeah, that shit all that. That's it hard. Like, why not give him his fly? Why not? Yeah, it is. Like, so what? If he needs to think that. That's his shit. If I'm driving my car and I put 100 bands in my car, I better think my shit all that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to think my shit all that. Why wouldn't I? It's my shit.
Even if you didn't, you should think if you put $100 in it.
It's mine. Like, I could never understand. We do that a lot. I know you heard that before. Like, and I don't understand why we do it. Like why it bothers you so much? He spent his money. He ain't touch yours.
Right.
He ain't touch your mama's or your daddy. He spent his money. So why, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't like it, what's wrong with just keeping it to yourself?
Right.
Why say it out loud so everybody can hear you? Like, oh, damn, why you hate, like, I don't know why we do it. That shit just is weird to me, man. Like,
Well, here's the other thing, right? I think a lot of it has to do with self-hate. Like, a lot of people ain't happy. So they don't have the capacity to be happy for you because they're first not even happy within themselves. And
right.
Secondly, well, this doesn't really have anything to do with why they hate, but I think it's a lot. I would be surprised if somebody hated on somebody like you because you seem very humble. It's easier to hate on somebody when they're not as humble. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That don't make it right. It's just maybe a reason why it can happen. Well, the other thing is, why you following these people if you can't stand them in the first? You got to have some type of mental illness.
That part.
Every day follow Ty Diesel and say, "Oh, I hate him," but you can unfollow him. You do know that, right?
They don't think that far,
right?
And that's the truth. If you don't like the person, why are you following them? Right. That is man. Listen, if that ain't so true, and I don't get it, like people especially like if Too Fly go on live and Dunk Master go on live, or especially Blue Magic, I be seeing a lot of hate comments like, okay, Blue Magic just went on live, and y'all on here talking shit, but y'all must follow him. Because he's not on no join live. He's on the live by himself. Right. So if you hate him, why are you following him? I don't get that shit, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, your car's slow. Oh, you need a paint job. Oh, like, you know, you ain't the only one with a blue dunk. Like, I'm looking, I'm like, bro, why are you following him? I wouldn't follow nobody that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? That's retarded. And then leave comments under the post like, that's super retarded. Oh man, listen. I don't know why. That's crazy to me.
I tell people all the time, if it don't motivate me, show me how to get some money, or make me laugh, I ain't following it. So I don't follow a lot of people. I really don't. I don't follow no blog sites. I don't follow no reality TV. I don't follow. If it ain't showing me how I'm finna make $1 million, because I know you don't know this, Ty, but I'm gonna be a millionaire.
I believe you.
So
I believe. Hey, I believe you.
If they ain't telling me how to get to my $1 million, I ain't trying to.
Hey, I believe you, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't forget the little people down here.
I got you. I might be able to line your pockets to come get. Nah, I don't want no dunk. I ain't gonna even lie. But I will tell you, I might have to come line your pockets because my little brother, he sold his dunk to open a restaurant and buy his house and stuff like that. And I really have the desire to buy him another dunk. I'm gonna buy him one.
That's dope. That's dope. Either where he did that in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, well, one thing I might say, I used to stay there. I used to go to Georgia State. I used to stay there. I ain't gonna say what year it was, but I used to stay there.
All right, Unc.
Well, I stayed there for 3 years. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Boy, them was some hard 3 years, because I stayed, you know what Georgia State is, and I stayed Stone Mountain.
Yeah.
So I had caught a train. Man, look, it was hard. Imagine doing that every day, especially when the cold time. I got into my first accident in Atlanta.
Dang.
And Lithonia. You know, the road was icy. I had my boy's Honda.
You hit that black eye.
Yeah, I had my boy's Honda on like 20s. Came down the hill. And you know what? It was already a car, like 3-4 cars down at the bottom of the hill, piled up. They hit each other. So I'm like, man, these motherfuckers can't drive, and I'm driving down. So I want to slow down. I hit the brakes. Ooh, boy. All I seen was like this. So. And I ran right into the Chinese lady car, man. So now it's real cold outside. Pile up. I'm there for like an hour. I hit her car. It hit the front of my car. It hit the front of my boy car, and I guess it wouldn't cut on or whatever. So I ain't got no heat. All I got is a long john. I got some jeans, some Timbs, and a long john shirt, you know, that goes underneath the shirt, you know. And I just jumped out the car mad and walked back to the crib. A good in the cold, in the snow. Yeah. A good 2 miles. Atlanta was rough. Let me tell you, I used to work at Kroger. You know what I'm saying? I used to work at Kroger. I used to work at Kroger in Stone Mountain, man, for a little $5.25, man.
Now you done told your age, because I know.
I ain't tell my age. They ain't go.
Yeah, 'cause now I know.
They cheap ass, man. I was in that shit, man. Look at here, man. Atlanta was rough. Well, I tell you, Atlanta was rough. But let me tell you, as soon as I came back to Miami when I left, like things got back to normal for me. Like I try to take a leap out of faith and move there, and it didn't work out, man. I went from Stone Mountain to move to Lithonia, and then end up in Decatur.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I was down the street. They had one hood club down the street, and this, I forgot the name of it, and this plaza. Man, let me tell you, that was another scary moment, man.
You was by Chit Chat.
Huh?
You was by Chit Chat.
I think it was the spot in one of Outkast videos. They were on the roof,
right,
of this club. That was a club. When I say that was the hood, nobody smiling, close to College Park. Yeah, they weren't playing it now. They weren't playing it now.
You said it was probably the gate.
I think that's what it was. Man, listen, man, they weren't playing enough, man. I said, man, look, man, nigga charged me in this shit. I'm just gonna grab somebody Henny bottle or Remy, and I'm just gonna get the poking. I ain't care, cause I knew this shit. Listen, it was just me and my brother. When we got up in that shit, we seen a dude and a chick fight, and we still was like, oh, we gonna go in. The dude and the chick fight, and they were like, the girl was, shit. I thought she was a professional MMA. She was, yeah, man. She was slapping the spit off this nigga, man. Well, his homeboy had to jump in and help. I'm spot in my head. Like, yeah, this shit was rough. They weren't playing no game. Everybody in that shit look rough as fuck. I never went back either, man. I said, hell no. Even though the vibe was good, but I wasn't comfortable.
So my last question is, when you're no longer here, what do you want your legacy to be? That
I blessed most people with a car with their dream car. And basically that's what I do. Some people do this, for the money, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I really do like these. I really do love these cars. I love these cars. I love this shit. Like I'm in an old school car right now. I ain't in no car. I'm in my 96. Okay. I'm in the first 96. You feel me? Bring it down. So that I bless most people, because some people don't have the opportunity. Some people don't got the time. That I looked out and I blessed as much people as I can with a dream car. And a lot of people love these old school cars. A lot of people love these old school cars. So, and, at a certain time, when I get to a certain age, I'm going to sell everything I got, because my son told me,